we have another chapter to do.
Yeah. Well, Susan.
Well, I'm glad you got into it, and I appreciate so much the opportunity to talk to you and learn from you and share information about what I'm doing.
Well, Susan, again, it's been really nice having you on the show. I got to let you go. And maybe we can get you on and we'll talk about your third book or your first book at a later date. So, hey, I want you to have a great Thanksgiving, will you?
You too, and have a wonderful life.
I'm trying, believe me. Okay, kid,
Okay.
you take care.
Bye.
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 Well, we're going on break. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. You're listening to Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark with Gary and my friend James Krischbaum out there. We'll be back.
If you would like to hear Night Dreams Talk Radio on your local radio station, let them know. Tell them to check out www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. And thank you.
From our compound, from the West Coast to the East Coast to worldwide, both on the internet and terrestrial radio, you're listening to Gary Anderson on Night Dreams Talk Radio After Dark.
And here I am. It's 9:32 Pacific West Coast time. Boy, the time has gone by really, really fast. A big shout out to Tom with Metatron Power and Light. That's their newest song. I tell you, I love it. It is called, Another Life and it's a single. It's available now. It's out. You can go onto our website, www.nightdreamstalkradio.com. You can even actually see what the group looks like. We got their group photo in there, and also a picture of the newest release song and where you can find their music to purchase it. I tell you what, truckers, that is a song I wouldn't mind listening over and over, mile after mile. Anyway, James, are you still with me? We're getting close to that time. Let's see if you're going to drop out.
I'm still here. It's T and minus to about a quarter till. It's probably going to drop me. And yeah, I love that song by Metatron. That's a great song.
Yeah, I feel like I'm almost in the Twilight Zone here tonight for some reason. Susan, some of the stuff she says kind of hits home, but I think it would be a good read to get her book and read it.
Yeah, I get where she's coming from. Positive. Basically, you got to be positive. People, raise your vibrations and be positive, and don't stress out. But the whole alien enigma. I think there's just so many different humanoid species, races, whatever you want to categorize them as, and I think they all have their own agendas, and I think it's hard to discern sometimes which ones are good or which ones are bad because. Like any other thing, some things can mimic or come on as something that they're not to lull you in to get what they want. So I think it's a hard thing.
Well, maybe these aliens are coming down, are book authors from their planet, and they're kind of writing a book about Earth history. Because, come on, we got a lot of negative things going on. And it's scary. Of course, like I said earlier, you can't do anything really about it as a single individual. You can try, but it's not going to happen. The thing is, we got Antarctica. We have Earth changes going on, maybe the tilt of the axis of our planet. Planet X has been, they keep saying, NASA says it doesn't exist, but then other people, scientists say it does exist. We got asteroids that come close to Earth, which we don't even know about it till they pass by or hit in the Mediterranean Ocean. Again, this other one that they're talking about, it could hit in, in 30 some years, 40 years from now. That would maybe be Earth ending, asteroid hit. But who knows what could happen before then? So I guess maybe worrying about this stuff, it's crazy too. We have to take each day as it comes and try to do the best we can do each day and love your family. Tell your wife that you love her. Bring flowers home once in a while. Or if she likes chocolates, maybe bring her some Whitman chocolates and you can sneak a few out yourself without getting caught. But tell your kids you love them and think about love more than you would think about hate and just try to live your life each day as the best you can.
Yeah, that's, I always say put out positive thoughts, positive words out in the universe because what you put out you would get back. But I also know that everything you can see around you, there is a negative and a positive in everything. There's an equal amount, pretty close to it, of negative and positive and everything. And if it gets too much one way or the other, it becomes an imbalance. The key is to discern which is the good, which is the bad, and to learn from the good and your mistakes and to better yourself from them and be positive.
Well, face it this way. If you think negative, as an individual, bad things are going to happen one after another because you don't see the openings of the joy, the good things that can happen in your life. You're going to be scared to do the right things. And again, you got to think more positive. I really think karma, what goes around comes around. I also think that if we all, if there's a major storm, and all of us would focus, the storm isn't going to hit. It's not going to be as big. It might dissipate the storm. We have to think positive things. This is like Antarctica. We got to think positive things. What can help buy us more time? That's all I'm saying.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because earlier when you were talking about the Planet X, that I was exactly thinking about what you just said because you mentioned that months and months ago about that story, how everybody focus on the one thing, that maybe we can divert that plan. I was thinking about that when you mentioned that, and then you just kind of brought it up again.
Well, I guess if we do have some abilities that we don't understand, if there is a Planet X and we all focus on it and tell Planet X to go some other direction, maybe it will. It'll bypass the Earth. I don't know. I was just reading again the other day that some scientists said Planet X is not a planet. It's a huge black hole coming into our solar system. Huge. That could swallow our whole solar system.
That would be crazy. And another thing, we're learning all kind of... I'm getting news reports all week long. I've been reporting on these black holes. Now we've discovered there's planets rotating around black holes like a sun, and black holes are shooting stuff out of them. And what was the other thing about black? There was black holes can be used for hyper, like a wormhole type thing. There's just all kind of things with these black holes. Every day you learn something new that 20 years ago it was like, oh no, it can't be done. But now we're learning they can.
Well, hey, a year or two ago, the scientists only thought there was, on our own Milky Way, there was only one black hole. And now they're finding all kinds of black holes out there. Some of them we can't even see because, the whatever. I don't understand that part of the science, but there's more than one black hole. And do you realize a black hole smaller than a grain of sand could swallow the whole Earth?
Yeah, that's now. Hold that thought. There's scientists trying to create a little black hole, a little bit smaller than that, or close to it. And these I can't think what they're called now. They're mile-long tubes where they smash atoms together and stuff. And they're trying to create. There's a couple of them want to create a little black hole. That would be suicidal, I would think. Why would you want to even attempt to make a little black hole, even if it was the size of an atom? Listen, if a black hole the size of a grain of sand could wipe out the Earth, one the size of an atom could probably at least swallow New York City, I would think.
Well, can you imagine that? Through the accelerator. Is that what you're talking about? So they create a miniature black hole, and then all of a sudden, could you imagine the scientists, all the equipment, all the building, just going...
Well, that would be great. Yeah.
That would be it. That's all.
Right. When would it end? Would it suck everything down, or we would just kind of go on and just put yellow caution flag around this little black hole?
Here's New York. Here's Manhattan. Here's New Jersey. Here's Nebraska. Here's Moscow, Idaho. God, I hope not. One of my stations is there. All of a sudden, just one after another, just boom into the hole.
I'm telling you, why would you even want to play around with that stuff? That's like dark matter and stuff like that. It's so supposedly so potent and so powerful that just a little minute drop was like a black hole. Why do you want to mess around with stuff like that? It's just a recipe of something going wrong. It's like Barney Fife with a pistol. He shoots his toe every other episode.
You mean Bonnie Fife with more than one bullet, actually his gun loaded instead of in a shirt pocket. You know how dangerous he would have been with 6 live bullets in his gun.
Yeah, especially when he's riled up and he's got that gun shaking. He'd be shooting everything in the room, the ceiling, the lights, and everybody in it.
My luck is if they create a little miniature black hole and slowly Manhattan goes, New Jersey goes, New York goes, San Francisco goes, I'm going to be sitting on the pot and I'm going to be gone.
Yeah, your luck that python will come up through before you go and get you.
No, I don't know. That's a good reason why. I don't know.
That's a good reason we shouldn't mess around with stuff like that. Just let it go. What would be the purpose of it anyway? To put in a military application, I'm sure.
Well, hey, let's get rid of Moscow. Look, I shouldn't have said that. Just create a little miniature black hole and put it in an envelope, or have it wrapped up in whatever type of material that would make it where it wouldn't, do anything till they open the foil. And in